Hey, what's up? James here from Embark, and today we're going to look at trial and error. So, trial and error. This is something that you should always be using. Find low cost errors that return high rewards. Only failure really stops people from using trial and error. Think about the practicality of things like video games. We know that if we die, we'll respawn or we play that scene out again. You're not gone. It's just you've made an error, you haven't won that portion, and you go and you try again until you find the right combination or you find the right play. But it's trial and error until you get the right path. So we know this in games, but why is it not the case in real life? And trial and error is actually quite a common answer to the questions of, how did you build your business? How did you find your audience for your brand? Or how did you find that career path? It's such a simple tool and one that's used frequently by successful people, but it's not so much used by other people. And it comes down to, from what I can tell and from what I've researched, is that obviously people fear failure. And we've talked about that on the channel before. People fear failure and therefore trial and error. They hate the error part of trial and error and therefore they don't do it too much. Now, when you're young, you don't actually care about failing. You just, if you fall down, you get back up. You're learning, you're growing, you crawl around, you play with things, you play with toys. Doesn't matter if the toys fall down, you just carry on going. But somewhere around the teenage years, obviously, we all get a little bit conscious. We're all thinking about how other people view us, and therefore we don't want to sort of put ourselves out there and risk things. And we don't want to play that game anymore of trial and error and learning. And, if things go wrong, you just learn and move on. We kind of get too self-conscious, so we take a step back from that. Now, trial and error is such a great tool because it takes very little time and effort, but it gets you to the right answer cheaply and quickly. And like with much of life, the sooner you do this, the better results you're going to get. Once you've found the right answer, the chances are, it won't change and you won't have to start again. It might do in some cases, but for the most part, if you find that right answer to the questions you've been asking yourself, it's probably going to stay there going forward. Take sleep, for example. Everyone's got a natural sort of pattern of sleep. They need a certain amount of time. Some people are light sleepers, some people are deep sleepers. Play around with this. Don't set an alarm. Get into a schedule. Let your body naturally wake you up when you feel, like you should wake up. Don't spend too much time being strict on yourself. Play around with it. Get 6 hours here, 8 hours there, do whatever you need to do and find that right sleep schedule that works for your body. The sooner you find this, the sooner you'll be able to nail your sleep every time. You'll wake up feeling refreshed, you'll be able to focus better, you won't look tired, you'll be ready to attack the day. And obviously, the older you get, the less sleep you need. We know this. As you get older, your body isn't growing as much, it's just sort of maintaining, and therefore you need less sleep. So as you get older, the amount of sleep you're going to need is going to change. But if you're young, find that amount of sleep that you need for your body and go with that. You found the right timings for your sleep and you're going to wake up feeling great every single time. Another great example of trial and error is how we learn. We all learn differently. We all learn sometimes more visually, more audibly, kinetically, doing things, teaching others. There's so many different ways to learn a subject or learn something, and each person is different. So explore that, find what you like to learn and how you like to learn it. And if you find this at an early age, it means that whenever you come to learn something or you're interested in something and you want to go down the rabbit hole of your curiosity in a subject, you're going to know exactly how to teach yourself and learn that subject as quickly and as efficiently as possible, because you've spent the time beforehand doing the trial and error and working out which way you personally enjoy learning. So it's a tool that's not used often but really should be, because it's cheap, quick, you're going to find the right answers, and then you can move on and be more productive in your pursuit of that particular thing. Fail often, fail fast, Learn and change your approach until you find the right approach. The only thing stopping you is fear of failure, or the error part of trial and error. If you can change your mindset around that and not really care about the error side of things, it's just, an iteration, you're going to be much better off than thinking all the time, I'm failing. It's like, it's not a failure, it's just one more step to get you to that end goal. It's one more death in that video game before you complete the video game. Life is like a video game in that sense. You're going to die at some point, you're going to respawn, and you're going to carry on. So just keep at it, ignore the failure, it's trial and error, get on with it. And that's it, guys, that's trial and error. We've got new videos here coming every single week. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed that content. Let me know in the comments if there's any sort of subject you'd like me to go over. I've been James from Embark. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.